All right, so I'm going to read a piece from one of my favorite authors. You already know, Malidoma Patrice Some. I cuddled up to Ritual one night before I went to bed. Okay, so this one is kind of long, all right? But I found it to be I just enjoyed it. So I want to get right into it. That previous night, my sister, my stepbrother, and I were sleeping in my father's bedroom. Since sunset, rain had poured from a darkness periodically ripped apart by bright swords of lightning. A terrifying tropical hurricane was in progress. My father blew out the pale yellow light emanating from the burning shea oil lamp. The ensuing deep darkness forced my eyes closed. I didn't want to sleep. I couldn't. I was scared of the darkness. More than that, I was scared of knowing that I would be awake in such darkness while everyone else slept. I was like that too. I wanted to fall asleep before everybody because I was afraid of the dark. My sister began to snore. She was sleeping next to me at the edge of the common bed. These primitive beds can be a torture to the body. They are hand-built with thin pieces of wood from the yila tree, known for growing thin and straight branches. Now, I may not be pronouncing Y-I-L-A correctly, so forgive me. We don't have it in the dictionary in America. Anyway, on top of the rectangular surface of wood strips and raw leather, a straw mat is laid to diminish the roughness of the uneven wood. A bed like this is only good for those already won by sleep. You cannot stand being awake on it. Your whole attention turns to avoid being pinched by your own bed. It didn't take long before I heard someone else snoring. It was my stepbrother. I'm going to go ahead. The dark closed in with a hermetic seal. I remained waiting to be freed by sleep. Outside, the hurricane was raging, hurling rain at our mud roof. Rather than focus on the possible destructiveness of this hard rain, my childlike mind chose to remember instead the singing rains. In our village, there is nothing more peaceful than lying in bed while rainwater sings its song upon a mud roof. Even the grown-ups like it. There is only concern if the roof begins to leak. I know about that. Then you have to climb up there in the dark to try. Okay, let me move further up. Suddenly, my sister began to talk in her sleep. She was objecting to someone blowing smoke at her. It made no sense to me. I wanted to wake her up, but she was snoring too. Anybody who wakes up a snoring person will catch the snoring disease. I pushed her so she would turn around. Certain sleeping postures are particularly inviting to snoring. I did not want to wake her up. I just wanted to stop her from keeping me awake. Unlike other nights, she continued to talk and snore alternately. Normally, she would wake up or at least stop talking for a while. Her persistence intrigued me, so I opened my nearly 3-year-old eyes as if to get a better look at what to do about this disease that was robbing me of my sleep. And then I saw it. Just above my sister's head was a goat sniffing, with its nose moving frenetically as if collecting data. It was luminescent, as if its fur was sprinkled with the moon dust as it glowed in the dark. Its horns were branch-like, the likes of which I had never seen before. I did not mind a goat being there. It was not uncommon for domestic animals to roam the compound. The compound was not seen by my people as a place just for human beings. Day in and day out, we dealt with domestic animals ambling wherever they pleased to get their needs met. From morning to evening, every family compound in the village shared its space with the animals. They are just another thread in the common fabric of community with the Dagger people. There is nothing really new about a goat being in a home. I was laughing because I remember one time when I was in Jamaica and I was sleeping. You know how you have the breeze, you have the front door open and you have the back door open so the breeze can blow all through the house. And so I went to the back door and there the goat was on the back step. Big one. Like he ready to come inside and join me. Hey, I was like, whoa, but you know what? The goat them respect you. They move, right? So anyway, but a goat? Now, there's nothing strange, right? There is nothing really new about a goat being in a home. But a goat awake in the middle of the night, glowing in the dark? That was something altogether different. So I screamed. My father bolted from his sleep, ready to scold me for waking the rest. But he was stunned by the vision of the luminescent goat standing in front of him. "What is that?" he asked in a frenzy. The goat made a dash. I'm not laughing. The goat made a dash for the narrow exit, missed, and slammed instead into the mud wall. The impact sent it reeling back into my mother's basket of calabashes. The goat fell to his knees, sending the dinnerware and housewares of the basket sprawling across the floor. Still aglow, it then righted itself and dashed through the door into the other room of my father's house. The door that led out into the open space of the compound was closed. The goat leapt at it and disappeared behind the unopened door.